Hey, it's Brilippa here! Since we've been together, we've had quite a few nicknames, but one that really has stuck out is Brilippa. So we want to start this little quick series and really just tell our story and our journey. So the first one would be how we met.
Wow!
Sige lang. We decided to do something romantic.
Oh
my gosh.
Special.
And we are on a picnic, all to ourselves.
We have the whole of Dorset Square to ourselves. We got given
the key. Oh, where's the key? Here it is. Let's show you the contents of this basket. Ooh, isn't this so just cute? We've just unpacked the whole basket. Pips, you want to walk us through what we've got? Charcuterie.
We've got a feta and watermelon salad. We've got a selection of sandwiches. Fruit salad, beetroot salad. What are these? Cakes.
And then plates and forks and knives and everything.
If I could give you your napkin, sir.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's get to it. So last year in 2017, around this time, June, I flew out to London for a friend's barbecue. And we talked about who was coming and looking for who was single and who wasn't.
This guy.
I wasn't looking, but somehow I was. Anyway, barbecue day comes and I am looking for Pips, obviously. I knew she was coming, wasn't ever formally introduced to her. I saw her walk into the room, and from across the room, literally, I was like, that has to be her. And so I felt it felt like the whole barbecue, I was almost chasing after her, just waiting for a moment to introduce myself and say, hey, I'm Brian, nice to meet you. And that never happened.
The day of the barbecue, I turn up. They happen to be super close friends of mine. I get in the door and the host was sort of like, hey, my husband is hosting someone from LA. And I was just like, no time. And then she was like, no, I think you should meet him. And I wasn't really interested. And then what happened? So we're mingling and it started to chuck it down with rain, typical British weather. Thank goodness it's not raining right now. And then so I ran for cover and I saw one of my friends speaking to someone and I kind of like jokingly barged like in between their conversation. I was like, hey! And then I was kind of like, hey! It was Brian and I didn't know who he was. So I guess we got talking.
Yeah.
And then talking. I don't remember what we were talking about exactly. And then I had a moment where I sort of zoned out and everything kind of went slow-mo and I realized, hey, hang on, I know everyone at this barbecue except for this guy. And then I realized he must be the guy that my friend was saying, oh, you should meet. And I was like, no. Exit strategy. So I tried to make a run for it. I had to be at somebody else's party. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry, have to go now. Nice meeting you, I think I said.
Mm-hmm. She said that twice. And after the second time, I also had to go to the restroom. But before I left, I said, hey, before you go, let me know. Anyway, we do our thing. She's about to leave. And I come across her and I said, hey, it was really nice talking to you. We should grab coffee. And I said, what's your number? And just gave her my phone. I remember like you kind of froze, like, what? It's almost like you just asked for my number. We exchanged a few text messages here and there. And I
don't know why I gave you my number. I never give my number out.
We finally managed to book something. We went from getting coffee to getting dinner. And that just happened because of timing. One thing led to another, and we ended up just continuing our date. Got drinks. We went on another sort of double date with the couple who I was staying with, our mutual friends. And we ended up going sort of rendezvous to a tea shop, got some tea, and just stayed in communication once because I was leaving the next day.
Yeah,
and
he was such a gentleman. He was like, I've had fun so far. Would it be okay if I still kept in touch?
And I got back to LA and just figuring out the best way to communicate. And I asked her, I was like, what's the best way that I can communicate with you? And I believe you had said, yeah, voice notes are good. and we started voice noting each other, texting, having endless FaceTime calls, audio and FaceTime. And then when we went on our first date, we had talked about when she'd be next in America. And she had said that she'd be in the Pacific Northwest. And I said I'd come visit.
Yeah, it all happened really quickly. This was our first date. And he's like, so, can I come visit? And I was like, wait, hold on. This is our first date. And then he's willing to sort of fly out, like...
Timing and all that worked out where I had to be in Vancouver, and at that point she was already in the Pacific Northwest. She made a trip up to Vancouver. We had the most awkward quick date.
It was like some random rendezvous, 50 minutes in his hotel lobby that we managed to sort of coordinate.
Yeah. And then we had already planned to see each other the following week, which is when I officially asked her to be my girlfriend. Well, I said mutually exclusive. Why? I have no idea.
Who says that?
But then I said, no, my girlfriend, will you be my girlfriend? And that was that. Then after that, I think I had said, hey, okay, I'm going to come to your place for Christmas. And I booked my ticket the following week.
This guy wastes no time.
No time. And yeah, then I came out to London for Christmas. Thank you, hon. And came out to London for Christmas and went on a Pippa tour, if you will. Met all her family, friends and family, just everyone. And it was such an amazing download. And I think it was, I know that after that point, I realized, yeah, this is a person I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I came back to America, and obviously that was really hard, just walking away or having to leave. It always is. But fast forward to then April of this year, 2018, and she just, by the grace of God, she managed to spend 2 months with me, with my people, my family and friends, and we really managed to spend some quality time, really get to know each other better, and what's the word, actualize? Because we were in the same... Normalize, yeah.
Yeah, because he just spent Christmas and New Year sort of with my people doing that whistle-stop tour of like my nearest and dearest. And then I managed to, like you said, have some time to work out in LA, and then I got to hang out with his friends and family. So we did swapsies, which was really healthy for us to also, especially in LA, have routine where we'd both go to work and then hang out in the evening and, go on cute dates and stuff. Like this one, like that. This is so cute. I can't even, oh my goodness.
But during that time that she was there, seeking the Lord and praying and just speaking to people and knowing that this was the person I wanted to spend the rest of my life with.
Being sneaky.
I got a ring and put a ring on it. Right here. Right there. And that's really kind of the download of us coming together. And now being back in London, it's kind of been a full year since we've met. And at this point, a year ago, we were already talking. And it's bizarre we both have had our conversations back and forth on how it's insane. It feels like, I think people would say, wow, it all happened quickly. But it honestly, for us, has felt like, yes, it's gone quickly, but it also has been slow in a sense. Like, we've really been able to cram a lot, but really enjoy every moment.
Yeah. We had established our own pace, our own rhythm, our own routine with the 8-hour difference, voice noting on FaceTime, text, sort of trying to get creative and consistent with our communication.
Yeah.
And even with like integrating into one another's lives and spheres of influence. So introducing him to people via FaceTime even before he's met them in person, which helped with sort of familiarity and just being inclusive of each other's sort of lives.
Which I think I don't think you can ever be prepared for long distance. And I think that's so unique to us, and anyone who does any kind of relationship, whether long distance or same city, will have their own story. So this has really been our story, and it's only, this might sound so cheesy to say, but it's only just begun.
The beginning.
Yeah. And I mean, to think how far we both have come together and individually, it's just bizarre. Where is he there?
It's so cute over there, you know.
Where is he there?
What?
Where is he there?
You cheated!
So just to give you a quick recap, we met last year, July of 2017, at a barbecue. Fast forward about a month and a half after that, after our first date in August of 2017, we met up in Vancouver in September, then in Portland the next day, or the next week.
Where you asked me to be your girlfriend. That was
you.
September. And then in December, you came over for Christmas and New Year, as we said.
Came here into London, then we went up to Edinburgh to meet her lovely uncle and
Hi,
wife.
Uncle
Hi,
Alan.
Uncle, if you're watching. Alan, that's not Alan. Steve.
Alan.
Anyway, if you've not seen that, just Google BBC Animal Talk. Just, this is how you Google, apparently. No, you actually Google anyway. And then fast forward to that, to April of 2018, she came out for 2 months. I proposed. She said yes. Whew.
Oh, what? You proposed?
Yeah, you said yes. And now we are here, August of 2018. It's the shortest time we've spent apart, and it was also the longest time we've spent together. So yeah, that's kind of our story. Now really what the next obviously process, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, when's the wedding? Good question. We've started our conversation of location and place and all those fun details that come from it. And so it's another journey that we get to embark, or a journey that we've already started. We're both really just looking forward to saying bye to distance. And so
closing the gap. Yeah, sorry it took us ages to sort of share our story.
Yeah.
I guess we were enjoying each other's company too much. No, but for real, I think that's another, not that anyone's asking, but something that we needed to factor in, we realized, was sort of sharing our excitement with everybody, social media, family, and also balancing and making the most of our time together.
Yeah.
I think we've done all right.
Yeah. And for those who've followed along, we really appreciate that. I've encountered some people here in London who've said, oh my gosh, congratulations.
Somebody saw us on the tube.
Someone, if you're watching, someone saw us on the tube and they were too scared to say hi. If you ever see us, please. We'd love to meet you. We'll see you post-wedding.
Oh, there's a wasp.
It's a wasp ting. The struggle. All right. We'll be talking soon. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And leave any comments or thoughts below.
Thank you.
Brilippa out.
Ciao.
We can play hide and go seek. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the truth is, we're gonna find Pips. I hear you. I found you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How long should I give him? Gonna go find him. Wait, which way do I face this? I can see you, Fabio, behind the tree.